Hi, welcome to a little video podcast. Primarily we're going to try and look at the use of OneNote as a way of laying things out, but we'll also just look at how you get there. So we'll touch on SharePoint on the way. So obviously we're staring at the My Day screen, My Day, and what we're going to do is just click on the new VLE tile, the eye down here on the light blue background, and that will take you to our kind of Blackboard replacement. I think I could get to physics by clicking on all courses, but I just want to show you this thing up there, variously called the mega menu or the burger menu. You can see all my classes are listed there, but what we're going to click on is A-level physics, because I want to create content that's visible to all students on the course, not just students who are in a particular group. I think if you got navigated to this, it would look slightly different, because if you just go, we can see that it's got 3 members. Those are the people who've got the rights to edit it, and the students can come, and you can come and have a look. I'm just going to click on the physics A-level shared notebook, which I've started to create, but we won't spend too long looking at that, because actually I've got a slightly better developed one to show you. So this is what the student will see when they click there, and you can see we're kind of getting some kind of layout there. It's not quite the slickest web page ever, but we've got some content laid out in different ways, and there's some imagery there to help them. Yeah, so we clicked on staff resources, and you can see we've got this thing called the course guide. I created that by clicking new and then asking it to add a OneNote notebook. So remember, this is in an area that's only accessible to staff. And if I click on there, you'll see that we've got something similar to what I've got in the student area. It's slightly more developed, and what I've been doing is creating it here, and then with the answers, so Rick and I can find everything, and then we can move it across when we need it. You can see we've got tabs here now. I'll talk a bit more of those in a moment. And then within each tab, we've got some pages. But the whole thing, in my opinion, looks a little bit better if we click Open in App, much like if you were going from the online version of Word to the desktop app. And you can have this on any college computer, and the students have all the right to find it. So I shall instruct them to do the same. You can ask it to open it in OneNote. Okay, so to me, this is much clearer now. So if I click on Introductory Unit, you can see that there are 3 pages in Introductory Unit: Work in Energy Conservation, Introductory Electricity, and then actually the remnants is just where I've been editing and mucking about, and we'll delete that later. So I've inserted a table, and I'll show you me doing this in a moment. I've inserted some images, and I've put in some content from PowerPoint. I think crucially, the documents are there, they're actually embedded, and it means that when we see that worksheet work done, we know where it goes in the course. In fact, actually, it's the first worksheet that the lowers will be doing next year, and we can see where the content video is here. So I think that's useful for staff, but I also think it's useful for students, because if they're absent for whatever reasons, they're shielding, they can just they can go to this one place, and they can find the course structured in order. So I'll just give you a little bit of a heads up about how this works. I'm just going to create a new tab, and I'm just going to call it delete. So when I look back later and can't work out what I was doing, I know that I was just instructing you guys. And I'm just going to insert a table, and that's just to help me line things up. We can obviously make it bigger in the normal way by just stretching it out. So yeah, we're going to navigate over here, find some content, found a video on black holes that I made earlier. So video is going to go there, but to tell people what it is, this is some content on black holes. And I'm not trying to really constrain the way you use this. I'm just showing you how the technology works. It's probably easiest to illustrate that with the way I've done it. So if we look down here, you can see we've got some black hole questions, so they could go there. Maybe better to have file headings like I had elsewhere, but I'm sure you can work all these things out for yourself. And then we can just stick in here. You can see I'm going to attach file each time. These are scans of some answers I think that were created. And you can see, fairly quickly we're building up, quite a visual structure. If we wanted a nice picture to inspire students, I guess we could just Google black holes. Okay, look at that. I think we can probably assume that's an artist's impression. And then I'm going to press the Shift key and the Windows key in S. And that's just going to let me snip that exciting image there. Go back there. Paste it in. That's a bit big, but never mind. We can just make it a bit smaller. You can see it's a pretty flexible resource, and then we can add more pages. So I don't know, we might do one on exoplanets, and because of that navigation, type the title of the new page goes up here, and you'll see that automatically appears over here. And again, put in a table, get cracking, and because you've got tabs up here, you can group those tabs as well. So eventually I'll have one called a kind of collection of these tabs called uppers and a collection called lowers, and all the pages. It's a fairly straightforward way to navigate through a huge amount of stuff. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much.